Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, if you could please say hello to everybody.
Why, hello there, everybody. It's me, Mr. Curtis. I'm just kidding. I'm so happy that everyone's here today.
Hate that accent.
Yeah. Hey, Corbin.
Hi.
You're not going to get a gold star today with that attitude.
Okay. All right.
He's turned into like a weird cartoon character.
Yeehaw.
Did you say meow?
I said yeehaw.
Oh, yeehaw. Okay, wow, sure. Also, joining us here in the classroom today is, of course, our young trainer in training, Corbin. If you could please say hello to everybody, Corbin.
Hello, everybody. Professor, it feels good to be here. And I'm sitting next to you. I'm near. And if you can see here, I got 2 ears. Sometimes I'm scary, but do you fear?
This is getting pretty close to a wrap. I don't like it.
Nope.
I don't like it.
That's not a rap. I was kind of in a rim-rhymey mood today.
That is true. I mean, you know what? I've checked the rule book and it says that it's fine. There's no rules against just rhyming. Now, rhyming to some kind of beat or meter of some kind.
That's fine by me. As you can see.
Professor, did you say to lay out a beat?
No.
Curtis, I will not start rhyming. Now was bad timing.
Stop it. I'm calling 911. We're putting him in jail right now.
All right, Corbin, come on, up over here. I'm putting the cuffs on you right now.
No cuffs. Why do you have those? Anyways, Listen, for any newer students, I have been unfortunately arrested as a juvenile because I was apparently rapping on the cafeteria table one day, and apparently that's against school policy, and I didn't realize that, so sorry.
I'm sure there were extenuating circumstances. I can't quite remember them. You know what would be a very good t-shirt? It's a rhetorical question. I'm going to tell you what a good idea for a t-shirt would be. To have Corbin's mugshot.
Oh, really?
Ooh, interesting.
That would be great.
Front and sideways.
I don't think many virtual students would walk around town wearing my mugshot on them.
I mean,
I would.
Can you imagine somebody going up to them? Hey, what's up with your shirt? Oh, just a kid from my class.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That sounds great. What are you talking about?
Kid in my class got arrested. Never met him.
We all wear t-shirts about it. It's to raise awareness, actually.
I mean, there's definitely posters around the school, and some people laugh at me, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's a wanted, dead or alive.
Yeah, okay, no.
Have you seen this young boy?
No, it's just it's a warning. It's there's one on the way to the cafeteria that says, "This is what happens when you rap where you should eat," and it's just a picture of me in the clink
crying. He's crying in the picture.
I was.
So if anybody
sobbing.
wants to, do a mock-up for that and send it to us to our Gengar mail, which is wwopokemon@gmail.com, I would very much love to see it. But it's great that you're in a musical kind of mood, Corbin, at least a rhyming mood. You as well, Mr. Curtis. Excellent beats there. Even though they were because we are learning about a very musical Pokemon today. But before we get into that, I actually have a very, very important Gmail to read. In fact, it is the presidential address from our new class president, Kaysen. Yes, we got it, and
I don't remember sending in a presidential address this year.
I'm sorry, I had to wait for the song to finish.
I didn't send in a presidential address. What's up with that?
That's because you're not the president.
I thought I could trick you into making me president again. Okay.
You almost got me. You're a wily one. But no, we got an email from our new class president, Kaysen. So I'm going to read this address. And remember, everything in this is binding for the next 6 months.
Okay. All right.
I guess it's more like 5 months at this point. But anyways. It says, "My fellow students of the Saffron City Learning Center, I am very proud to be your class president. As your class president, I vow to make our school a better place to learn about all the amazing Pokemon in our world. I appreciate all that Corbin has done in his time as president, but it is time for a new era, the era of Kaysen. Applause,
right.
applause.
Preach.
All right.
I'm sure our editor, Portia, will add in some applause right about now.
I got all the applause right there.
To make it sound like there's way more people in class. It's just us.
Yeah,
just
and maybe Portia, maybe you could also add in like some like a very official sounding, I don't know, some kind of like trumpets or something in the background, kind of like what Mr. Curtis was doing with his mouth earlier, but like actually.
But it sounds good.
That sounds actually good and real.
Thank you, Portia.
Hey, come on now. I thought I did pretty good with my presidential address.
Uh-huh.
The president or the principal likes it.
No, the principal hates you, so.
Yeah. Why?
No.
When did you hear from the principal?
I mean, he told me to go stand outside behind the shed and do it because he liked it so much.
Oh, right, right.
I saw him when he told you that he put very heavy air quotes over liked it so much.
Yeah.
Okay, let me finish reading this.
Yeah, shut up,
All right.
Curtis.
All right, so settle down. Applause. Stop for now. Music a little bit louder. Thank you.
Okay, all right.
I believe, this is Kaysen continuing on, I believe that our school is the best place to learn all there is to know about Pokemon. As we learn about Pokemon and their abilities, environments, and characteristics, we are beginning the journey towards being trainers. Today we learn from Pokedex entries from trainers around the world. Someday, we will find, catch, and train our own Pokemon so that we can teach future students the joy of Pokemon. P.S. Please give Corin 5 gold stars for his efforts as class president.
You missed the B.
Unfortunately, there have been no class presidents by the name of Corin, so I guess I'll just take those 5 gold stars.
Here you go, Professor.
Oh, thank you very much.
Please.
I'll keep them in case we ever get a class president by the name of Corin. We can give them those gold stars to them.
Corbin, please.
We have no way of knowing if that's what they actually meant. Corbin, I'm sorry. And then it goes on to say, P.P.S. I'm announcing Cade as my student body vice president.
There we go.
Which, for the record, means I get to tell him what to do.
Wait. That's his brother, right?
Yes. Cade is his brother.
Wait, hold on. I have a quick question about
nepotism.
That. So I have had a couple people in the Discord, which we have a Discord now, links in the description, along with our Patreon. People have asked us if there is going to be a vice president. And
well,
I have told everybody it is me. So sorry.
No, that's not how it works.
No, unfortunately, no. However, so I was previously saying that there wasn't a vice president. However, our student class president in their presidential address did say that there is a vice president. So that's kind of what we got to go with now. So
I want to be Secretary of Defense.
I think the president can name a vice president.
That's fine. I'm saying it's good.
Mr. President Kaysen, can I be Secretary of Defense? I will defend our school against threats of the unknown. I'm waiting for a response.
We're gonna be waiting for a while.
All right. I want to be the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development.
Mr. Curtis, just because. Okay, never mind.
I think that makes sense actually, considering the amount of construction work he has caused. I think is the correct phrase. So I guess you have a pretty good idea of how it works now. Anyways, thank you so much, President Kaysen, for your address. We very much appreciate it, and we know that you will do an excellent job during your tenure as
Here.
More applause, Portia,
all right,
please.
And then out going.
That's a good. No, Mr. Curtis, we'll have Portia add that in. You don't need to do it.
No.
It's playing right now. Can you hear it's playing right now?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can't hear it, but yeah.
It doesn't sound as good as mine, but okay.
Sure. All right. Let's move on to the Pokemon that we're talking about today. Does anybody know who that is? I did give you a hint.
Is it Decidueye?
I thought he said something about Decidueye earlier.
Okay, we got that one out of the way. We got that out of the way. Now who has a real guess?
That was my real guess. I always take this class seriously.
Wait. Is this a water type today?
It is a water type, yes. It also has a second type.
Lapras. Is it Lapras?
It sounds like, sounds like that just... Lapras sounds like a Lapras with, like, just a bunch of, like, pores and stuff, and I don't like that.
Yes, that is true.
No, it's Lapras.
Sounds like a disease.
Lapras.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Okay, sorry, I got the pronunciation. I got the Alolan pronunciation, I think.
I don't think so. I don't think anybody pronounces it like that, actually.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I mean, maybe it'll say it in the Pokedex entries, but I'm pretty sure nobody refers to it as Lapras. But yeah, Laprases are extremely rare. At least they have been for a while. Although I do have information that states that they are, becoming a little bit more common. The repopulation is happening. But so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys haven't seen one. So I guess, have you seen a Lapras before?
Not in person. No.
I have been ferried on a Lapras.
Oh, okay.
They're quite
fun.
good.
Luxurious.
Good fairies. Yeah.
Well, actually, they're water and ice type. They aren't fairy type, Mr. Curtis.
Well, of
come
course,
on,
Professor.
Curtis.
I meant I was carried by a Lapras on its back.
Okay.
As I was exploring some of the islands in the Alola region when we went there on our field trip.
Oh, you didn't tell us?
Yeah, you didn't bring us along.
You just went on a Lapras
journey.
tour by yourself? Come on, man.
Well, I mean, I was looking for a present for the professor, so I couldn't tell him I was going to find one.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. Well, I could still come with you.
Where did you think I found that remote, rare volcanic crystal, Professor?
I thought you stole it from a museum, honestly.
Oh.
Is that what you did?
I mean, there might have been a museum on the island I got ferried or carried to, but but I definitely didn't get it from there. Okay, time to move on to class.
Sounds like another illegal activity from Mr. Curtis.
I have no idea.
Can't take our eyes off this guy.
Hey, I'd love to learn about Lapras.
I know you would. Well, I have a Lapras here today. It's very uncommon for me to do that, right? To bring the Pokemon along. But are we all ready to get our eyes on
Yes,
Lapras?
I am so ready, yes.
All right, Here we go. This is a Lapras.
Whoa, she is beautiful. Look at that beauty. Mr. Curtis, have you ever in your life seen such a beautiful Pokemon? I don't know that I have.
I mean, not as beautiful as a Spinarak.
Shut
pretty close.
up. Shut up. That's not true.
But hey, you know what? Listen to that call, though.
I know.
Beautiful.
Sound that
Hey, man, I wish you were outside. I could ride her around the pond. Is it a lady? Do we know?
Yes, it is a female. So Laprases can be male or female. This one just so happens to be female. I don't actually have a name for it yet. If we were, I don't know.
Do you have a name in mind, Corbin?
Honestly, I mean, I'm rubbing my temples here. I'm rubbing my brain.
Well, I will say
I need a beautiful, beautiful name to match this beautiful, beautiful Pokemon, and it is.
I got it.
What?
It's Ben.
Ben?
Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
as in like Benjamin.
Yeah,
I will say
it's short and sweet and to the point. I mean, it's just and it's something about
Ben.
Something about the color blue. That just,
we at least mix it up and call it like the second half like Jamin for short. Like
I was gonna say
Jamin.
I was gonna say because the song that comes out of Lapras is very Jamin. So
I like that. Jamin.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
Benjamin.
So we can say
full
it's
name.
Ben Jamin.
Jamin for short. I like that. Hello, Jamin. Beautiful, beautiful girl.
So you call her Jamin, but come over, Ben, come over. I'm gonna call. Don't worry, I know your real name is Ben.
Please don't talk directly into my Lapras's ear.
I'm just gonna stroke your neck right here.
Oh, she does seem to like that. Does anybody actually? So let's talk a little bit about Jamin. What do you notice about her? What were some outstanding characteristics, some features, if you will?
Well, I mean, obviously she's very big and blue. And she's got like flippers on the front, or actually more on the side. Sorry, she's got two big flippers on the front of her body, and then on the back, kind of two smaller flippers. She's got a wee little tail, and then she's got a big old gray shell too.
Yeah,
I like that. It's pretty cool. Little kind of like spikes on it, but they're not like spiky spikes. They're kind of like, round at the tips, as to not hurt. Definitely good for human writing. And then got a little horn. Got a cool little horn up top. Love that.
Little
got
ridge.
Some squirrely ears.
Some squirrely ears, huh?
Squirrely or
swirly?
Swirly. Yeah, I would say swirly. I don't think squirrely is a word.
No, that's not a word here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, very swirly little ears. Looks like little buns. Love it.
And could we just say, like, that look? It looks like she knows something, right?
She's got it. Well, I mean, she's got a look about her. It's like she's like, why are you looking at me like that?
And can I just say, confidence.
Confidence.
I think confidence really
just exudes.
Professor, she's looking at me like she knows exactly what I'm thinking. It's kind of.
What are you thinking?
I don't know, but she's just smiling at me. I guess I must. I don't. Can Laprases read minds like Abra or Kadabra
Good.
or Alakazam?
Good question. They might be able to, as we'll read in some of these Pokedex entries. But,
really?
But before that, does anybody want to take a ride on this Lapras here?
On the floor? It's just on the floor.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
All right, let me climb
go.
it up. Let me climb up. Let me do that. Okay.
All right,
ready?
First, let her sniff your hand.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Oh, I've been stroking her neck this whole time, so she knows. She's familiar with.
Who's getting on? Is it Mr. Curtis or is it Corbin?
I am getting on. Mr. Curtis, move aside.
I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna get on behind Corbin.
All right, cool. Don't grab my hips. Get
Hey,
off. Off. Get off.
Guys,
we
remember,
gotta hold on tight. So
remember
we don't
your
fall
group
off.
assignment.
You see that?
Remember,
There's like two
remember what
spikes
you
right
learned
next to
in your group assignments,
those.
the camaraderie and the teamwork that you learned in that, and apply that here as you're trying
Mr.
to get
Curtis,
on top of the Lapras.
I will allow you to hold my hips.
Okay, good. I'll just wrap my arms right around you like
Oh,
this.
that's so
tight.
sweet.
A little tight. All right, loosen up.
Big hug.
Okay. All right,
Okay, I'm sorry.
let's go.
I closed my eyes briefly. Are you guys on the Lapras yet, or have you not?
We're on the
made it?
Lapras. Woo!
Okay.
Hey, we're here. We're on it.
We're there.
Okay, so how's it? Is it smooth? Is it a good ride? Or
I mean, she's not moving yet.
Oh, okay.
We're just
hey,
here.
Jamin, take a lap around the room.
What?
Oh!
What? Oh, that's a desk. Oh!
Yeah. Oh, there goes the chair.
Why did we do this outside? It doesn't make sense that we did it inside. But this is fun, though. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pain to move the recording device outside, and there's like a lot of bird Pokemon out there that just kind of like.
Oh, giddy up, girl.
Hey, Corbin, while you're up there, test out, see where she lands on the huggability scale.
Oh my god, a 10. She's a 10.
Okay, a 10. A 10 is pretty good, but if you recall, not the highest we can go.
13.
Okay, so you're going. Okay, so
I'm
13
changing.
is the highest.
13 out
Yes,
of
she
3
is the
on
highest.
Woo,
on
really?
the scale of 3 to 14.
Yes, she's
I
just
am
so
giving.
elegant.
Is it 3 to 14 or is it 4 to 13?
It is 3 to 14.
All
3
right,
to
I'll take
14.
your word for it.
And trust me, listen, I designed this scale, okay? With the Spinnerack being 14 and Magmar being a 3, I put Lapras at Lapras at 11.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think a 10.
All right.
I think a 10 is pretty good. It really 13
13 for me.
I feel like
Thanks for the ride, homegirl. Appreciate you.
a Pokemon that has a 14 is like huggable from all angles, but you have to get Lapras at a very specific angle.
Sometimes it's a little wet and slimy too because it's in the water.
And
so.
sometimes you want that, but other times you don't want that.
She's not that
Right.
slimy right now. She feels good. She's got really nice skin.
Well, yeah, it's very
what is
cool.
your? Hey, drop the skincare routine. Am I right? Come on, Jama. Come on, let's see it.
Okay, well, I think we've played around with Jamin enough. Let's go ahead and put her back into the Pokeball and start reading some Pokedex entries.
Can we please ride her out in the pond next, or like after class?
We'll see. No promises. No problem. We got a lot to take care of.
All right. Bye, Jamin. I love you so much already.
Bye, Jamin.
All right, let's go ahead and start reading the Pokedex entries from the Kanto region. The first one says,
All right.
a Pokemon that has been overhunted almost to extinction. It can ferry people across the water.
What? No one told me that.
I definitely told you that multiple times.
I think he's talking about the overhunted almost to extinction part.
Oh, well.
Right? Is that what you're referring to, Corbin?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I know it can ferry people across the water, but like, oh my god.
Yeah, and
That's awful. Who would hunt this thing?
that's a very good question. As we go ahead and read a lot of these entries, this will be something that comes up a lot, the fact that it's overhunted. However, I mean, we don't really know why they are hunted. Is it for like their valuable meat? Is it to eat them? Is it for their shells? Is it just, I don't know why. Like just for the thrill of it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Probably all of the above. There are some sick people out there.
Do you think that?
No.
Do you think Lapras meat tastes like really good?
What
if Lapras just taste really good?
I don't know.
I don't know that I would eat, Lapras meat.
I would feel bad about it, Yeah, they're just too beautiful,
What if I told you already have?
What? When?
Lunch today. Haha. I switched out the usual mystery meat with Lapras meat.
It's a good thing it's morning time because I won't eat lunch then.
Dang it. I killed that Lapras for nothing.
You did what?
Well, how do you think I got the meat, Corbin?
First, Mr. Curtis is killing water-type Pokemon, and then the professor. I don't know if I could be here in this class.
Whoa. I've never been convicted of killing any Pokemon.
Accused is just as good. Now, I don't know if I could be here, Professor. I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to have to depart.
I was joking. I didn't actually kill a Lapras. That would be horrible.
Oh.
That would be a horrible thing to do. They are also protected by the Indigo League. So if you kill a Lapras, you do have to
lose a hand.
No, you have to fight toe-to-toe with Lance's Dragonite. You're not allowed to use any Pokemon. Yep, that's the crime.
Worse than losing a hand. You get hyper beamed into oblivion by his Dragonite.
Yeah, it's pretty much a death sentence if you think about it.
You get a full face of.
Oh, that was a very good hyper beam. Give me another take of that, Corbin.
He's already done this. We've already heard Corbin's hyper beam before. It's very good.
Nobody else. People didn't tune in for that. All right, let's keep going.
Although I will say, have we heard Mr. Curtis's hyper beam?
I think we have, but it's been a while. Mr. Curtis is here.
It's been a while.
Very quick. Oh, Mr. Curtis, you stumped your toe. All right, now it's time for the hyper beam.
God, that was so long. All right, let's read the second entry. The second entry on Lapras.
All right.
That's going to be a long lesson, huh, guys?
Let's make it fast.
A gentle soul that can read the minds of people. What? It can read the minds of people.
Wait.
Yeah.
That was why I had that smile on my face. It knows that I was just filled with pure joy thinking about it. Oh, that makes so much sense now.
Oh.
And then the entry goes on to say it can ferry people across the sea on its back. Like, so okay, cool. It can ferry people on the sea on its back. That's, like, as far as I'm concerned, the least interesting part about Lapras. Let's talk more about this. The thing that it can read minds.
Say what now?
Yeah, it can read. It's a gentle soul that can read the minds of people.
So, like, again, like, reading emotions or actually reading, like,
is it just
thoughts?
It's Lapras comes up to you and it's like, I'm an empath.
I mean, maybe.
Right. I think the Pokédex entry is saying that, like, it's very, like,
empathetic.
Exactly, empathetic, right? Like,
yeah.
it can read your intentions and how good of a person you are, and that's why it loved me, because I'm a great person. But I don't think it actually has, like, telepathy mind reading powers.
Well, that's great, Mr. Curtis. However, the Pokédex entry does stay, with it beyond a shadow of the doubt, a gentle soul that can read the minds of people. All right.
Are you really going to argue with Professor Oak? I mean, come on.
So, as far as I'm concerned, it can read your mind, not just sense your feelings.
If that's what you say, Professor, then that's the truth. I've got no... Professor Oak, I will argue with, but our Professor Jacob, absolutely not. What he says goes.
Yes. Wow, that's a lot of power on my shoulders. Just
dangerous.
To wield. So you know what? I'll do my best and continue reading these Pokédex entries. Capable of understanding the language of humans, it enjoys ferrying people on its back. It is on the verge of extinction. So it's a good thing that it can ferry people across water on its back. But from this entry, we learned that it actually enjoys that. So, it's not like we're, putting them to work or anything. We're just allowing them to do what they love.
Right.
Which is ferrying us across the oceans and seas and stuff.
Right.
And also, this just says capable of understanding the language of humans, which is not that an impressive feat. I'll be honest.
Right. So like it understands our language.
Most Pokemon do, actually.
Right, a lot of them can, so that's not that much of a flex, right?
Yeah, reading our minds or speaking our language. Now, those are two things that are.
Now that is cool.
That's like uncommon, but being able to understand what we say, yeah, that's not that impressive. Sorry, Lapras.
Right.
Be cooler, I guess. Maybe you wouldn't get hunted to extinction.
We still love you, Jamin.
Lapras, if you really could read people's minds, maybe you would know to dodge that spear. Or harpoon or whatever.
Wow. All right. That's a little too soon,
Sorry, I'm just...
Simmer down.
I'm just feeling a little bit edgy today for this lesson. I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay. Settle down.
All right. Let's move on to the Johto region. The first entry says they have gentle hearts because they rarely fight. Many have been caught. Their number has dwindled. Again, why though?
So sad.
Why? Why are we hunting them? Why are we catching them? For what?
It is sad though that they have a lover's heart.
For service. They have to carry all the people on the ferries.
But they like it. We could just ask them to do that. We don't have to.
They like doing that.
We don't have to catch them. Also, we catch a lot of Pokemon. You know how many Ratatats we've caught? Sorry, Rattatas.
Quite a bit.
Like we catch them.
Ratatatas?
We catch them all the time. Rattatas, as Mr. Curtis says.
Ratatatas.
Yeah, we've caught like millions of them. There's almost too many.
Okay, so the next entry says it ferries people across the sea on its back. It may sing an enchanting cry if it is in a good mood. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we definitely heard her cry. Like it seemed like Jamin was in a good mood today.
Yeah, I mean, she's just a pretty happy Lapras, honestly.
She is very happy lady.
# blessed to have her as my Lapras.
Yes.
I do use her she is my primary form of transportation, though. So
right,
that's why it takes me forever to get to places that are landlocked.
Just slides across the ground.
Yeah, just slowly drags herself across the ground.
Right.
That's I feel like that can't be healthy for a Lapras. I mean, they've only got. They're meant to be in the water.
Yeah, it's not like they have hard, carapaces on their stomach or anything. It's probably going to get cut up real bad. I should probably rethink using her.
Yeah, not on asphalt where roads are.
The next entry says, this gentle Pokemon loves to give people rides and provides a very comfortable way to get around. Yeah. Again, you don't have to capture them to near extinction to make them, do that for you. They want to do that. That's their thing.
They love it.
It's
honestly their favorite thing.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the Hoenn region. The first entry says, people have driven Lapras almost to the point of extinction. In the evenings, this Pokemon is said to sing plaintively as it seeks for what few others of its kind still remain.
Oh, that's sad.
That is very sad.
That is pitiful.
And it does say the wording here is interesting because it says people have driven Lapras almost to the point of extinction. It really does sound like we're just riding them so much that they just die.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, I mean, or that we're hunting them and using their shells.
A little confusing sounding, but hey, you know what? It's the Pokedex entry, so that's how it's gonna be.
That is how it's gonna be. All right, so the next entry here from the Hoenn region, the last one says, its high intelligence enables it to understand human speech. It likes to ferry people on its back.
Again, yeah, we know that about a lot of Pokemon. I mean, I'm sure there's some Pokemon out there that don't understand human speech, but I feel like most of them have to in order to be able to take commands in battle.
Yeah, what dumb Pokemon do you think don't understand human speech? I'm gonna say Magikarp, absolutely.
Nope.
There is not a thought behind those eyes.
Slacking?
No, slacking seems like they would know what humans are saying. They just purposefully ignore it.
Snorlax. I don't think Snorlax got nothing going on up there.
I think it's the same thing there. I think they know. They just choose not to.
They just don't care.
Yeah.
You just point and click with the Snorlax. That's how it works.
Click.
Point and click. Wait, what?
Like a clicker. for like conditioning?
Sorry, I was trying to think of other dumb Pokemon, and that almost went over my head. But sorry, can you explain?
I guess you're a dumb Pokemon.
You point and go.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then you unlock it. Well, I don't know what is.
It's not a car, Mr. Curtis.
It's like a. It's a command. It's a. Hey, over here.
So what are you pointing at? Are you pointing at the Snorlax, or are you pointing at whatever you want it to do?
You click once to get the Snorlax attention, and then you point at what you want the Snorlax to get, and you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
like that. It's sound driven, motivated.
I think it's food driven and food motivated, but I guess you wouldn't know that because we haven't talked about Snorlax yet. Wait, we haven't talked about Snorlax yet, right?
No.
No.
Maybe in a couple weeks. I don't know. You're the professor. You should know this.
I should know this. It just
you don't even read your own syllabus.
These lessons really blur together. No, we have a couple more lessons to go before we get to Snorlax.
Well, he has taught this class quite a few times, Corbin.
Yeah, it all blurs together. All right, where was I? Moving on to the Sinnoh region, there's only one entry here. It says, it loves crossing the sea with people and Pokemon on its back. It understands human speech. Yeah, we know. We know. God.
We get it.
All right, nothing new from the Unova region, nothing new from the Kalos region. Let's get into the Alola region. Its high intelligence enables it to comprehend human speech. When it is in a good mood, it sings in its beautiful voice. Okay?
Love that.
Okay, love it. Again, already stuff we know, so not super exciting.
Mm-hmm. We heard it earlier.
Well, yeah, she has a great cry. Great call.
All right, the next one says, these Pokemon were once near extinction due to poaching. Following protective regulations, there is now an overabundance of them.
Well, okay,
is that specifically in Alola or in general?
I don't know. Hard to tell.
That has to be the case because they can't. I mean, since so many of the other spots they talk about how low they are. I guess in Alola they've picked it back up.
Man, Alola really does sound like the place to be. I feel like we say that every class, like every lesson. Because Lola always talks about how like great things are there. Like, I mean, like wherever else where Lapras is dying, they're thriving in Alola. Sounds great. Right? I'm honestly considering moving there and just taking this class virtually, like all the other students.
Here's what I think.
Oh no, that's not you. You didn't pay for the virtual key. The
virtual key.
Yeah. The virtual key to class. To where the stream is held.
What people have to pay? I thought this was free.
Well, no, you pay.
No.
But you didn't pay enough to take it virtually. You just paid the in-class portion.
And I will say,
so everybody who's listening to this had to pay money.
Yes. Yeah. If they are listening to it right now and they haven't paid money, they are listening to it illegally, and I will find you and I will hunt you down, and
all right, settle down.
Sue you.
Settle down.
I have a listen.
They're learning. That's all that matters.
I have a particular set of skills that makes it
you stink really bad.
Spinnerack man is what we call him.
That's right.
Oh, ew.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, okay. Here's my Lapras. Here's my conspiracy theory on the Alola region. So when regions get added to the National Pokedex registry, right? When they can add their Pokedex entries into the National Pokedex, most of them, do it as it's intended, as a learning exercise, as a documentation service to improve our knowledge on the Pokemon.
Right.
I think Alola's main goal here is to they're using it as a not propaganda, but like as an advertisement for tourism to come to the Alola region. I think they are gaming the system.
I mean, it worked for me. I said I wanted to move there.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's all true though. I think you're gonna get there.
Come see our magmars. They burn hotter here.
I don't know. Professor Palm wouldn't lie about how great Alola is, right? I mean, he lives there. He's thriving.
He is thriving, but maybe he's just one of the lucky few that was able to cut it in the high-paced, high-action world of Alola.
Well, at least he's making bank. Am I right?
No, I hate that guy.
Oh.
Well, if the professor hates him, I hate him too. Get him out of here.
Well, I love him to pieces, and I will be informing him that you hate him.
He doesn't listen to our lessons, so he'll never know.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, never mind then. I'll still tell him.
Wait, what? No, don't tell him. Stop it. You don't. How would you contact him? You don't have his phone number or anything.
I will search him on the interweb.
I will grab a Pelipper and I will whisper into its ear, Professor Palm.
Find him.
Find him,
Professor Palm.
And it will go along.
I don't know what that
journey.
means.
They're magic.
Exactly.
All right. The next entry in the Alola region says, it likes swimming around with people on its back. In the Alola region, I'm gonna start saying it in like a more and more goofy voice every time they have in the Alola region in one of their Pokedex entries. In the Alola region, it's an important means of transportation over water.
All the students from Alola are gonna feel like you're making fun of them.
I am making fun of them. Your region is silly.
Oh,
is silly and also pompous. You're pompous.
Whoa. You gonna take that, Alola residents, huh? Y'all gonna take that?
Well, you know where to find me.
If the professor says it's true, then it's true.
You know what you guys should do?
And if you want to come to the professor, just know you gotta come through me.
You were gonna say something, Corbin.
I was gonna say, what I wanted to say was, you know how you could really give to Alola residents, you know how you can really give the professor a piece of your mind? If you go to our Patreon and donate, you can submit a question to the Q&A, and the question could be, why are you such a jerk, Professor? And he has to answer that in the Q&A. We have to answer all the questions we get, no matter how good or bad. So,
honestly,
show him what's up by supporting us on Patreon.
Please do that, because I would also like to have that question answered.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
I don't know. I'm assuming somebody will answer it, and they'll shine a light into my world and help me realize why I'm such a jerk sometimes.
Been wondering for years.
Hey! Don't you say that about the professor. Even you, professor, can't say that about the professor.
Wait, so you said years, Corbin?
Yes.
How old are you?
10.
Huh? How old were you when we started?
I think I was still 10, right?
Let's not think too hard about that, I guess.
Listen, it takes a long time for the Earth to revolve around the sun here.
That is true. Well, then it hasn't been a lot of years. Okay, never mind. We're getting into the weeds. I just want to read this next entry.
Yes.
They have been so cherished that there's now an overabundance. The fish Pokemon population has declined in waters with too many Lapras.
Oh.
Guys, just a quick little pop quiz here. Who's the fish Pokemon?
In Alola, probably Bruxish, which is fine if they disappear.
Decidueye. It's definitely Decidueye.
Shut up. You're an idiot. And you know that that's not true.
No, of course it's got to be Magikarp.
Again, it's probably Magikarp, but I hope it's Bruxish.
Well, so I will say Magikarp is the fish Pokemon, is what I was trying to get at.
Right.
That's its categorization. And Bruxis is the Gnash Teeth Pokemon. So not quite the same. So but
anatomically, it is considered a fish Pokemon.
No, there is the fish.
It's
Pokemon.
not the fish Pokemon, but it is a fish-looking Pokemon.
Well, this Pokedex entry says the fish Pokemon population has declined in waters
with
too many Lapras. Well, so I assume it's referring to Magikarp with its categorization instead of its actual name.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's Magikarp.
All right.
Case closed.
Case closed. We figured it out. All right, moving on to the Galar region. The first entry says, a smart and kind-hearted Pokemon. It glides across the surface of the sea while its beautiful song echoes around it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Oh,
that's gorgeous.
We heard that beautiful song earlier. It's a beautiful... I don't know about that.
Yeah, I liked it a lot more when Jamin did it.
Okay, all right, sorry.
All right, the last entry from the Galar region says, crossing icy seas is no issue for this cold-resistant Pokemon. Its smooth skin is a little cool to the touch.
Ooh, like that.
Yeah, you factored that into your huggability score, Corbin.
I did. Well, depending on, I kind of run a little hot temperature-wise, so hugging a cool, soft Pokemon works for me.
Mr. Curtis, how do you want to weigh in here?
I think that the best Pokemon for hugging is Spinarak.
Okay, all right.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, clear. When Mr. Curtis doesn't have anything to say, he defaults back to Spinarak.
He's just like a broken record, man. I mean, it's just like he's got brain damage. It's just like Spinarak. He's like a broken toy.
All right. Moving on. So we've completed the regional Pokedex entries. I do have some unique Pokedex entries. The first one says, it comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says, Lapras. This intellectually advanced Pokemon is able to understand human speech. With its mild temperament, Lapras prefers to carry humans on its back rather than engage in Pokemon battles.
That makes sense.
It's a lover, not a fighter.
Lover, not a fighter.
It's that simple.
And then the next one comes to us from. Does that sound like it should be on a T-shirt? It was somebody about to say that belongs on a T-shirt.
Honestly, though, but I could actually see that. That's a good idea, Professor. I'll write that down.
No.
Thank you. Lover, not a fighter.
All right. The last unique entry comes to us from Serena's Pokedex. We rarely get Serena Pokedex entries, so it says, Lapras, the Transport Pokemon. Lapras enjoys carrying people on its back, and it understands what people are saying. And also what they're thinking. And like only one Pokedex entry mentioned that, but it's true. It does read minds.
I was gonna say only one Pokedex entry has mentioned that.
If it's in the Pokedex and the professor says it's in the Pokedex, then it means it's real.
Yeah.
All right. So wait. So no. If it's in the, I don't have to say that it's in the Pokedex, right? As long if it is in the Pokedex, it's real. You don't have to wait for me to say it for it to be real, Mr. Curtis. It's as long as it's in the Pokedex.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, just blindly believe whatever's in the Pokedex, Mr. Curtis.
Yes, do that. That's the whole point of this class.
Listen, the professor says I have to do it, so everything that's in there is true.
Yep.
Okay.
Even the things that contradict each other. Especially the things that contradict each other.
If the Pokedex entries told you to burn your own house down, you'd have to do it.
I mean, the Pokedex is not about instructions. It's about information about what is true in the world.
It's more of a lifestyle, really.
If you go to your Pokedex entry, Mr. Curtis, and it says, Mr. Curtises are well known for burning their own houses down, then you would have to go and burn your house down.
Well, he's not in the Pokedex because he's not a Pokemon.
I'm just saying, if he ever gets added into the Pokedex and it says that, then he would have to do it.
What would it say if I got added?
The young trainer in training, or Corbin, the trainer in training Pokemon. This Pokemon's life is generally very sad. It's known to attempt to start rapping, but quickly is stopped by those around it. And it has to share its bed with its family members.
But I have like a cool moveset, right?
Corbin's most redeeming feature is his father, Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime.
That's not
Corbin. Okay. Weirdly enough, Corbin is related to Mr. Mime.
Oh no, I'm not. Okay,
not through evolution. Move on. Evolution, but through blood.
No, not my dad. No, move on.
Mr. Corbin's moveset includes only status-affecting moves. He does not know any damaging moves.
Okay, all right. Enough bullying. Let's continue.
Knows tail spin or tail whip. He knows sand attack.
Yeah, I could whip up some sand.
Growl.
And growl.
And fake tears.
Oh, though they're all very real. Trust me.
Okay, so that does it for the entries on Lapras. But, however, Lapras has a different form. We haven't done one of these in a while.
Yeah.
What was that?
I was just really startled. Sorry.
Okay, well, it has a Gigantamax form. We haven't done one of these in a while. So I have actually a handout here. We can't.
Well, hand it out.
After the Gengar issue, we can't really Gigantamax Pokemon. Just
sorry, the Gengar issue. I haven't. I try to block that out.
Okay, that's fair enough. So here I have a picture. Here's one for each of you. This is what Gigantamax Lapras looks like.
That.
If you could,
beautiful.
Just please note the differences between regular Lapras and Gigantamax Lapras. I mean, besides size, it is big. We know that. For a fact.
I was gonna say this one's pretty big.
Okay,
very big. I mean, it looks like it could fit like at least 4,000 people on its shelf.
I would say maybe 200. but
4,000, Mr. Curtis.
Maybe 4,999 or maybe 5,001. Maybe somewhere in between those two numbers.
I mean, that's very oddly specific, Professor. But I mean, yeah. I mean, it looks like it can fit a lot. I mean, how big is this? Wow.
It's got a almost looks like a volcano on its back.
That's cool.
Big center spike with a swirly, cloudy bit above it.
And it's got ice shards floating along its body.
All Gigantamax Pokemon do somewhere around them have those like red clouds. That's just the Gigantamax energy. So I don't think it's a volcano. I just think it's the spikes and ridges on its back, on its shell. I have to say it's not a volcano because sometimes when Pokemon Gigantamax, they do have things like volcanoes on them.
Right.
But I don't think that's the case here.
It's got a musical staff around it with some floating ice bits.
It does look a little bit like a musical staff. I would say that's not quite exactly what that is, but very, very astute observation, Corbin.
That was Mr. Curtis. But being such an astute observation, I would see why you would think it would be me. So that's fair.
I did hear you say something about crystals around it beforehand, Corbin, so...
Right. Crystals floating around its body.
Yeah, you did say that. But yes, Mr. Curtis, you did also notice it, so very good. All right, so
they do look like notes now that I'm thinking about it. And scales.
Yeah. I do think that, if that was a design choice by the Laprases when they Gigantamaxed. But they do serve a function.
Right.
The first entry...
To look pretty.
No, that's not why. All right, so these entries come to us from the Galar region, which is the only place where Gigantamaxing happens.
Whoa, hey, we're in Saffron and it happened.
Oh.
Well, there's a power spot underneath the school, but this is the only place outside of Galar that has a power spot.
So yeah, sorry, except for the this is the one exception that proves the rule, Corbin.
And listen, I paid a lot of money for them to artificially install that power spot underneath the
You
school.
did not. No,
it was built here. No, it's been here. The school was built over 250 years ago, and it was built on a power source. Okay? I took history class.
This is one of the first permanent buildings in the Kanto region, all right? So don't... That's lore that has been recorded.
Yes.
I mean...
The scholars have recorded that.
The scholars, yes. All right, let's read these Gigantamax entries. The first one says, over 5,000 people can ride on its shell at once. And it is a very comfortable ride without the slightest shaking or swaying.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stable as a rock.
Yeah.
I love it.
Can't relate.
Also, the fact that it says over 5,000 people can ride in its shell at once is just, really not the best method of describing how many people, right? Because saying over 5,000 people can mean a majority of numbers. I would say most numbers are over 5,000.
Well, it's saying like 5,000, like give or take. Like, like 5,000, 5,020,
Well, then it should say about 5,000 and not over 5,000. Because that makes it sound like it can't have any number that's lower than 5,000 people on it at any given time.
Potato.
Well, no, not quite. I think it's a very important point. And, who's the professor over in the Galar region? Is it
Sycamore, I think.
No, it's her granddaughter took over as the professor.
Oh, so Sycamore. Oh, it's Magnolia. I lied.
Magnolia? Is that okay?
It's Magnolia.
Sure. Man, I should really have just a list of Pokemon professors. They just some notes for you, Professor Magnolia. Just go ahead and just say about 5,000 or, on average 5,000 people. So just so we're not confused. All right, the last entry says, it surrounds itself with a huge ring of gathered ice particles. It uses the ring to smash any icebergs that might impede its graceful swimming.
Yes, fight ice with ice.
Oh, so that's what you use it for.
Beauty and function.
Love that.
It's got it all. A double threat. All right, so that does it on all of the Pokedex entries for Lapras. I think it's time we move on to our testing portion of the lesson. And I don't think, I thought a lot about this, and I don't think there's a better assignment we could do for Lapras than a poem.
Oh, yeah!
So if we could all take some time just to think of, and this is really a freebie. I don't really have a rubric for this one. I just want to hear you guys, just flex your creative muscles here and just try your best to come up with a beautiful poem. So take your time, write something about Lapras, and then we'll recite it for each other when you're ready.
You got it. I mean, honestly, that's why it's my favorite, because I just get to be myself.
You do generally do a pretty good job at it, Corbin, I will say.
Thank you.
Mr. Curtis, you're okay too, I guess.
Okay.
It's you do haikus a lot, and I just in general I don't really like haikus. That's a me thing that I struggle with.
Change it up, Mr. Curtis. Come on.
Wow. I guess I won't do a haiku this time.
You can. I'm just saying. I personally don't like haikus. You're still gonna get full points as long as you do something.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, I mean I live to please you, Professor.
That is true. That is your entire existence revolves around pleasing me. All right. So let's see here. We've taken some time. We've done some writing. Everybody looks eager and ready to go. Corbin is jumping up and down. Corbin, would you like
me?
Do you want to go first?
Me. Yes, please.
I mean, he's so excited, Professor.
All right, for this time, I'll let you go first.
Okay, all right, just this time. All right, here we go. So I call this one Fairy Angel.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait. How do you spell fairy?
Ferry.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. And angel is AHNJELLE.
I don't think that's how you spell it.
That's
Fairy
very
angel.
weird way to spell angel, Mr. Curtis. You have no right to criticize how things are spelled.
I'm so sorry.
I skipped grammar class last week, and for some reason they covered the word angel, and I missed it. All right, here we go.
In grammar class?
Mm-hmm. And here we go. Transport me across the world. I open up to you, become unfurled. As you read my mind, the thoughts inside, my love for you I cannot hide. Enchant me, darling, with your sweet cries, lying on your shell, hearing lullabies. A voice so pure and intelligence high, you know me more than any in my life. A heart so gentle, temper so mild, searching for fellow kin in the wild. But I'll always find you wherever you are, my seafarer angel. I'll never be far.
Wow.
That's it. That's it.
Wow, I can sense.
Professor, is that a tear?
Actually, no, Corbin. You started spitting a lot in those last couple lines, and I think you got me with a good one right in the eye. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, sorry.
Put that away, Corbin.
Sorry.
Not okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I want to hear you, not feel your words, Corbin.
Right. Sorry.
But excellent job.
Thank you.
And I'm pretty sure Portia, our editing Porygon, did add in some calming, relaxing music behind that. So I'm sure it was a very good experience for our listeners, our students at home.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Curtis, it is your turn.
All right, are you ready? Everybody ready?
I guess.
Professor, are you ready?
Yeah, yes, I'm ready to go. Okay. Sorry, I was just stealing myself to prepare for this terrible haiku that's coming.
Okay, good. Let me just get a quick.
Oh my God, he does this every time.
He always does this.
Okay. Me.
One of our first reviews we got on Flapple Podcast was complaining about how we slurp into the microphone. You know that? You're the cause of that.
I'm pretty sure that was referring to a very specific instance in the Venusaur lesson where we do.
It was like one of our first lessons.
Pretty loud into the mic, so I can't fault them.
Anyways, that person's never coming back.
Yeah, they are definitely not listening to this.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Ode to Lapras. Always willing to carry you on its back. A gentle soul who always has your back.
Wait, did you rhyme back with back?
It doesn't like to fight, only step back
Okay, you're
Their numbers have dwindled despite my efforts to bring them back.
Did you...
Capable of understanding your human speech while riding on their back.
Oh my god.
Their enchanting song will have you lying on your back.
You could have said coming back. I feel like that would have been better.
If I caught a Lapras, I would never give it back. Thank you.
Mr. Curtis is a hack.
You know, I will say, you know what? I will say that you did, do the carnal, insult or crime, I guess.
What's that?
Of rhyming the same word with itself over and over and over again.
The entire time.
But I will say though, doing it once is just like, you messed up. Doing it 3 times is like, okay, now you're onto something. But doing it now only doing it, only rhyming back with back for the entire poem. Honestly, shows a little bit more skill, and I think it was very interesting.
Oh, what?
Now,
come on.
Thank you, Professor. I live to please.
Terrible.
Portia, if you could play some clown music behind Mr. Curtis's poem, that would be great. I think that would fit perfectly.
No, don't do that.
Fit perfectly
Don't do that.
with Mr. Curtis's the vibe that he was giving off. Excellent poems, both of you. I love Poem Day. It's just kind of relaxing, I feel like.
It is. I like it. It's very chill, and I wish we had it every week.
Well, no, unfortunately. So, the best way to learn is in a pressure cooker, right? I feel like that's the best way to get things done. So I got to put the pressure on you sometimes.
I prefer an air fryer, but yeah.
I feel it. Woo.
Well, I kind of specifically said that I didn't do that today, though, Mr. Curtis.
I mean, but anytime ever in the room with you, I feel it. The pressure of having to be in your presence.
Just my overwhelming aura.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. All right, but that's gonna do it for our lesson on Lapras. Does anybody know who we're talking about next week?
Mr. Curtis, do you know?
I mean, there's only one it could be.
It's not Decidueye. Shut up.
It is Decidueye. Oh, okay. All right. Never mind.
Yeah, Corbin answered that one for me. Thank you, Corbin.
Sure, no problem.
Who are we learning about, though? Does anybody know?
Eevee.
Good try. My disappointment knows no bounds. We're learning. Actually, you know what? I'm not. There's no way you could know. It's not like they're related to Lapras in any method. We are learning about Ditto.
Oh, hey, nice.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay. All
The
right.
Cool.
pink blob Pokemon, as some know him.
I'm sorry? Is that what it's called?
Sorry, it's not actually the pink blob Pokemon. It's the transform Pokemon.
Oh,
We'll be learning more about Ditto next week. Until then, if you would like to get in touch with me, the professor, you can do so via our Gengar mail, which is www.pokemon@gmail.com. We have a Twitter, or the Flying Pokemon themed social network site. We are there at WWO Pokemon as well. We also newly have a Patreon. And if you would like to, I know everybody's already paid their exorbitant fee for listening to these lessons. But
yes,
if you would like to, donate some money to help out the class, feel free to go to patreon.com/WWO Pokemon, and you can donate at any tier. There's $1, $5, and $10, and get fabulous rewards like drawings from Mr. Curtis and access to our Discord, which, by the way, I do very much enjoy seeing how active it gets on Wednesdays right before our lessons. Right before we have our lessons. It's very energetic and it's just a lot of fun.
And thank you to one of our donors, Benjamin.
Donors. You sound like he's like an organ donor.
Thank you for donating. Well, they donated their name to our Lapras. So sorry, Benjamin.
Yes, that's
right. You are not allowed to use that name anymore. We have taken it, and it is now in the possession of the Lapras.
But yes, we will name Pokemon after you. if you're a Patreon member or patron. Sorry.
Yes, patron. But yes, that's going to do it for today's lesson. So until next time, class is dismissed.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon is a part of the Pokecasters Network.